All right, bruh fans, we're talking season 2, episode 2, entitled There She Go. But then again, when I looked at the title, I automatically thought of that Johnny Gill song from the movie Boomerang. What's it called? There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Here I come, here I come, here I come. Here I come, right back. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, we are talking of, in my opinion, the best of the 3 episodes. 9 out of 10. I give this episode a 9 out of 10. Make sure, before we get more deeper into the review, you take a moment to hit the like button, despite whether or not you hate my singing. Also, hit subscribe to help me reach 175,000 subscribers. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. And most importantly, hit that bell notification icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content to the channel. I'm pretty sure I'm going to hit close to 50 videos on the channel this week alone. And remember, next week is the return of the Haves and the Have-Nots. And then the following week is the return of Sisters for season 3. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of content on the channel, so I don't want you to miss out. Just make sure you hit that notification bell. All right. So we pick up where we left off. Bill is stunned that Natalie's there. And remember, these two apparently had a past together and a nasty breakup. There's a little bit of an wow, I cannot talk. There's a bit of an exchange between the two. It's like, wait, what are you doing here? How are you? I'm good. Shouldn't you be resting? What are you talking about? Do I look bad? Yeah, you're looking a little thin. It's like, no, I got muscle on this shirt. You might not be able to tell it. So basically, a little bit of history lesson is kind of learned during the conversation, but at the core, it comes out because Mike and his facial expressions are what make this scene. Because, obviously Tom and John are confused by this. Like, what the heck is Natalie doing here? It's like, yeah, these two were exes, but it's like, come on now, what's going on? And Mike, his facial expression are like, okay, yeah, my plan is working. Yeah, this is good. But then it comes out about the cancer, and he's like, oh, shit. So, he doesn't say it, but you can see it written on his face. And the way Bill's like, wait, cancer? Then we go to the theme song. Got it, something, city lights. And then we come back. Cancer? Yes, look, it's okay. And then Tom and John are freaking out. Wait, cancer? The different reactions. Natalie's like, you poor thing. Tom's like, I'm your doctor. Look, you could have at least told me. And then John is acting like Tom said he would act. Basically, look, you need to move out of your mama's place because you're starting to act like her. Remember back in season 1 where Alice thought the guys were telling her that John had died, and this woman freaked out for a good episode and a half when she got up and started running around? That was essentially John in this scene, and Mike's like, oh no, this isn't what I wanted. Wait. And then Bill's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I do not have cancer. And then Mike, what the hell? Why would you even joke about that? It's like, why you gotta lie about my personal life like that? Well, hey, look, I'm known to lie. I do it all the time. Yeah, he's a lawyer. So again, you gotta love Mike. He's a lovable, self-aware asshole. But he doesn't lie about who he is. Occasionally. So from there, the guys end up leaving because at this point, they're on Mike's ass about the whole situation because Mike has been continuously trying to get the guys to leave. Like, no, I want to see how this plays out. Like, yeah, well, they still feeling each other. What, they ended on a bad note. It's like, it's water under the bridge now. Yeah, she was about to put his body under a bridge. So when they end up leaving because Bill's had enough, he's trying to, understand why Natalie's there because she says some certain trigger things to him like, wow, it's like there's so many things I wish I could have said because Mike is like, yeah, she still loves you. Wait, you still love me? And I love it when they're about to leave and, John and Mike have an exchange. And it's like, hey, look, there's Pam over there with another guy. And he looks like, man, what do you think? What would she be doing here in the corner of another guy? Fool, get your dumb ass out of here. So they all end up leaving. And from there, they have a seat on the couch, Natalie and Bill, and pretty much kind of catch up. And he, pretty much agrees with the fact that, he was a jerk, asshole, whore, player, a piece of shit, kind of like Mike. And Natalie was like, it's crazy because I actually wanted things to work out between us. And even if they didn't, we could have at least remained friends. But that didn't happen. Wait, for real? Yeah. And wow, it's like you're the second woman today who told me that. Maybe you're right. I am a piece of shit. And I'm thinking to myself, even though I'm glad Bill has had this revelation, it's like, what? Your boys? Regina? Miss Alice? Pretty much everyone has told you, Regina don't want you. Don't go to LA. Don't be stupid. But then an ex from Christmas past comes back into your apartment thinking you got cancer. And that's the wake-up call you needed. Who am I to judge anyway? So from there, he apologizes to her, which apparently was the first time he ever did that. Sheesh, Bill, you really are an asshole. So he wants to be better because he pretty much is, being the kind of man that she always wanted him to be, open and honest. And, he will be honest and truthful and talk if she agrees, like, hey, can you cook for me? And we'll have a few drinks and then they'll talk. So then we go over to Tom, John, and Mike just chilling at a bar discussing women. The topics range from certain things like, crazy black women, whether or not they're all crazy, sex, asses. And I think Tom has the most memorable line of the episode. True, the I don't have cancer is obviously the selling point because that was in the trailer for season 2. But when Tom out of nowhere was like, you know what? I miss real butts. I was like, what? I was like John and Mike, like, what the hell? Like, that's corny. It's like that just came out of left field. But of course, Mike brings up the fact that apparently back in high school, one of the teachers / nuns, quote unquote, what Tom and John consider to be molestation, apparently taught him everything he knows about, the tricks of the trade with women. So I guess you could say Mike had a habit of getting with women even back during his public school, or not public school, but, grade school days. Sheesh, Mike, come on now. So, dang, I'm going to look at Sister Act in an entirely different way now. So I believe Lydia is the name of the bartender who is completely disgusted about the conversation going on between the three guys, and especially Mike. She ends up cutting him off, and he's taken aback by this and takes his glass back, and they have a little back and forth until John tries to de-escalate the situation, and she ends up flirting with him for being a nice guy and ends up giving him her phone number. And if I'm not mistaken, it was Tom or somebody else who mentioned the term, come on, Mike, you can't be like that. Not all black sisters are crazy. And I'm like, and they said it twice. I'm like, whoa. Did bruh make a sisters reference? I caught that. Or I could be overanalyzing. But then again, this channel is all about overthinking, because if not, then I wouldn't even have this channel. So from there, the guys end up leaving. And of course, there's an exchange like, what did she say? Little dick Mike. Little dick, I got your little dick, bitch. So we go over to probably my favorite scene of the episode. And to me personally, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a guy, I think what makes bruh stand out from what makes bruh stand out from sisters is that even though not every woman does this, even though I kind of need to reanalyze a few things when I say that statement, what I like about bruh is that it calls out men for their bullshit, but at the same time recognizes women also do some of the same things, because of the fact that Bill and Natalie are, just eating and talking, and pretty much she wants honesty of like, why did things end up badly between us? Like, why did you turn into an asshole? Essentially, Bill broke it down. It's like, I didn't know what I wanted. I felt like if I pretty much, nested or settled down with you, I was missing out, or basically preventing myself from seeing what else is out there. And what really tripped him up is the fact that Natalie was like, well, why didn't you just tell me that? Wait, what? How did you know that I wouldn't have been okay with that? It's like, if you would have just told me that, then I would have been open to and listen. Basically, I would have listened to what you have said, and I would have been agreeable to that, and then we could have figured things out together. It's like, okay, so what is it that you want? So maybe I think Natalie was saying that, fine, even if we wouldn't have been in a committed relationship, then I would have allowed you the space to figure things out. But eventually we'll work it out together. And that honestly is a very solid piece of advice, because she says, what, you think men are the only ones like that? It's like, well, yeah, because we're men. Women are like that too. Word? See, if this was sisters, Natalie would have been like, see, that's what's wrong with men, Bill. It's like you never know a good thing when you got it. However, in Bruh, Natalie pretty much explained that men and women have this flaw. Again, this is why I think Bruh is a tad bit better than sisters. Just saying. But in any case, the conversation switches to, honestly, what I want to do, because I don't want you to leave. I want you to spend the night. Well, no, I got to go and shower. Wait, so it's like, basically, let's fuck. What? Negro, I didn't mean that honest. Okay, fine. So they end up to, let's take a shower. And, we'll get to the cliffhanger in it soon enough. So we go over to drunk Mike, who's being dropped off by Sean and Tom. And he can't get out of the backseat. No lie, when I was at home last week and driving my car, look, I rarely have people in my car aside from me. And my nephew was in the back seat. My sister and I went into town and we came home. And as a person who rarely drives around other people, I completely forgot that there's like a child safety lock on the back seat. So every time we got out somewhere, my nephew was so pissed. Somebody needs to open the door. Somebody needs to open the door. And that was pretty much Mike in this situation. I thought that was just funny. Man, never go to a bar with Mike. This dude is always going to start a fight with somebody. So then we go over to I think Tom was about to drop off John. John's like, so what are you doing for the rest of the night? How about we go back to your place, play some cards or something, watch some movies? Like, no, man, I actually got a college buddy coming in to stay with me indefinitely until he finds a place of his own. And, I can completely understand where Tom is coming from, where I need my own alone time before I have a temporary roommate. So I completely get where he's coming from. But, of course, he figures out, oh, John, the only reason you want to hang out and do stuff is because your mom has somebody at your place. I get it. So they bring up the fact about how, well, yeah, you get your own place and you can you need a girlfriend. Preaching to the choir there, but I'm trying to, me, I'm trying to get this house situation settled and, move back home. Remember, the plan is to have the house on a part of my mom's land that she's deeding to me. So technically I'll be in my own living arrangement on the property, but temporarily I will have to move back home. So obviously, as someone who is going to be with my parents' house again for maybe a month or two at max, I'm not trying to find a relationship, but I can completely understand where John's coming from, where based on the situation, my living arrangements and whatnot, I'm trying to do better, because Tom brings up Charlie. He's like, wait, what? Didn't you call back that girl? The one you said who could, it's like you just saw something in her. She saw something in you, but he said, no, I'm not in her league. So wait, what about the bartender then, the one who was flirting with you? And I was sad because I'm like, oh, did they write off Charlie? I love me some Charlie, man. Come on. She was beautiful. And I thought they were having an interesting story arc with her last season, where after, what's her name? Is it Laura, who's the co-worker at the sandwich shop? And then Alice, they were both like, if you want to get John's attention, you need to spruce yourself up, basically pull a Sandy from Grease, where it's like good girl Sandy and then bad girl Sandy and leather. And I thought that, oh, damn, I thought we were going to see Charlie clean up, who was adorable, even when she was in her, construction equipment. So I guess she's not coming back, which is sad. So, yeah, we're kind of shifting gears to John potentially hooking up with the bartender. He's with the bartender. Ooh, she's mixing those drinks. But from there, we go over to Bill and Natalie, and it's funny how apparently even though they got clean in the shower, these two were getting down and dirty. Felt like the music video it was almost as if they were putting the lyrics to Belle Biv DeVoe's Do Me Baby into action. It's like, smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no, because Bill was tossing her little ass all around. Like, well, damn, Bill. But then again, he is a tall guy, so there we go. I was like, well, Lord, I'm glad I won't watching this scene with my parents. But yeah, so she goes down on him, and then when they get to the bed, he goes down on her. She's moaning and groaning, and then open her eyes, and who is it? Regina? What the hell? And then like, hey, and I love it because I got to go back and rewatch the scene. Well, technically, I did watch the episode 3 times already, but I think, Natalie was frantically, like, kind of, patting or smacking Bill, like, Bill, because I think maybe I didn't watch the scene closely enough, but it looked like she was slapping him on the head, and when I say head, the one on his shoulders, it's like, Bill, and then he looks up, oh my God, and Regina's standing right there. Number one, does she have a key to Bill's place? I know there was a point in early season 1 after Peter called off the engagement and Regina said she didn't have a place to stay. And I think Bill offered her to stay with him, but I don't recall her having a key. I don't know how she would have gotten buzzed up. And I'm thinking, wait, is this a Tyler Perry trope where Bill just didn't leave the door locked? Because I forgot to mention in my episode 1 review, how when John came in and Bill was like, how'd you come in here? Negro, remember you gave me a key? And I was going to praise that because typically that's a common Tyler Perry trope where no one locks the damn door. But no, it was made clear that, yeah, the doors are locked. So I guess either Regina had a key or the front door was unlocked. And the episode ends. So yeah, I thought this was my favorite of 3 episodes, and I stand by my score of a 9 out of 10. Let me know what your thoughts were of this episode in the comment section below. And if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App. And with that being said, I'll catch you all in my episode 3 review.